Everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Banana Academy. Moodle tutorial series के लास्ट कुछ वीडियोस में हमने categories of questions देखा है and in continuation to those categories of questions, in this video we are going to discuss about two more categories of questions. Okay, so one is the calculated based questions and second is embedded answer based questions. Okay, so we will see. Let's start. Okay, so for that. As you can see during this tutorial session, I have created a lot of questions over here. So you can just go and click on create a new question button. And herein you can see that you are presented with a calculated question category. So what is this question type? So calculated questions are like numerical questions, but with numbers used selected randomly from a set when the quiz is taken. Okay, so the thing is like you can give the question, but the numbers that are assigned in and presented to those students may differ. ओके सो दैट विल बी बिकॉज हमने जो है वेरिएबल्स का यूज किया है इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग अ सिंगल क्वेश्चन विद सेम वैल्यूज. ओके, हम देखते हैं हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन ऐड, आपका न्यू विंडो आपके सामने आ जाता है. यहाँ पे लेट्स गिव दिस कैटेगरी एज कैलकुलेटेड वन. ओके, क्वेश्चन नेम एंड द क्वेश्चन इज solve for let us suppose if I want to write so x. Okay, so here in if I want to go for x, I can go to show more buttons and I can just click on the equation editor. I am sorry, your equation editor. Okay, यहाँ पे मैं x लिखता हूँ. Okay, and then you can see my x will look like this. Okay, this is the text editor. Then I will just click on save equation. आप देख सकते हैं solve for x is coming. And what is that? So I'm specifying a variable a and then again I'm inserting the same x. So let me copy this. Okay, and it is equal to some value. Okay, now this is my question, and when this question is given, so you have to calculate the value of x. Okay, now definitely when you see this particular question आपके दिमाग में आएगा कि भाई values are not given, so we need to define कि in which range and what are those values that may come at the time of attempt, at the time when students are attempting this particular question. Okay, so let's see how you can do that. So default mark you can set, I have set it as 1. General feedback, it is optional, you can give. I have already told you in my previous videos by some demonstrative examples ki how you can give general feedback and what is the use of it. Now herein you need to specify the formula, in the answer, by which formula the solution will be derived by the students. Okay, so if you say this question, you can understand that x can be calculated by dividing b by a. Correct? When you divide b by a, you will get it. So you just write over here b. When it is sorry, divided by a, you will get the correct answer and the grade will be allotted as 100%. Okay, means the full grade will be allotted to the students. You may take care of the tolerance values, and if there is any tolerance value in your case, you can just means because this is a numerical kind of question, correct? So you can just specify the type of tolerance you want, relative, nominal, or geometric. It depends on the type of question what you are creating. Okay, you want some answers in decimal format or significant figures. Okay, on the basis of that you can specify the number of decimals also. I want some in significant figures. Okay, now if you want to give some feedback, you can give the feedback like, okay, and then again next comes the unit handling. I have already discussed this part in my previous video. You may refer that for further details. and units. So currently I have no units, nothing over here, so I'm not touching even these options. Okay, and then I will click on save changes. When you click on save changes, now a new window comes. In this video we are going to discuss about the data set जो हम देख रहे थे ना कि भाई a और b तो assign किया है, but a और b की values क्या assign होगी, ठीक है. So you can see over here that wildcard for b. So there are two options. One say we'll use the same existing private data set as before, and we'll use a new shared data set. Okay, so for the time being, since I do not have any data set that I have created before, I will create a new data set. Okay, similarly for a as well I will do the same. Now if you want to synchronize the data from shared data sets with other questions, you can do that. I do not want to synchronize, correct? So I will go to the next page. Now here if you see that your value name of the variables, the how many items are there in that data set, what is the, of these variables are used in what kind of questions, and quiz and attempts, this is given. Now we need to specify the values. Okay, let us suppose I want 5 values, and what is the range of those values? Let us suppose it is in the range 10. I do not want any decimal places, and the distribution could be log, uniform, and uniform. I am going with uniform. So depending on the type of numerical questions you are creating, you can just select the distribution. Similarly, I want 5 between the range 1 and 10, and how many decimal places? 0. Similarly, uniform distribution. Okay, and what I am doing is I am just updating the dataset parameters. Okay, when I update it, you can see that 5 and 5 are two values. So what I am getting is the answer as 1.0. That is my correct answer. What I can do is I can just click on add to add this as part of my dataset. Okay, so now you can see that when you click on update the dataset parameters, okay, and add it, it comes as part of your item. Okay, you can see that the item count is now 1 and 1, so 1 when each value is given. Now automatically another value in the range 1 to 10 has come. Okay, so b's value is 2, a's value is 1, and then I will just add this item. Two item counts are there, you can see that. Similarly 10 10, I will add this item. 3, now 5 7, the answer is given, add 4. Similarly I will add once again. Okay, now I will add once again. So I want how many values? Let us suppose I want 10 such values in my data set. Okay, so it depends on how much data set, how many students are attempting. So if you want कि आपके सारे students को distinct data आए for the purpose of solving the question, so you can add those many values in your data set. Okay, now 10 counts are available. What you can do is अगर आपको कोई डेटा सेट डिलीट करना है तो आप यहाँ से इसको डिलीट कर सकते हैं. ओके, आप यहाँ दे सकते हैं कि set 10. Okay, and then you are going for your saving the changes. Now your question is ready. Okay, what you can do is we can go and click on preview. So what it says, 8 divided by 8, x equal to 7. Okay, now you can see that since we have utilized the text editor, your x is also in math mode. Okay, so 8 divided by 7, 7 divided by 8. So what is the value of 7 divided by 8? So 8 uh, 8 nines are 72, so 8 8 64, so 8 point, let us suppose I say 8.5. Okay, so let's see what is my answer. Submit and finish. My answer is wrong, it says, because 7 was less than 8. Okay, so similarly if I start again, you see, okay, I can just write 0.88, submit and finish. See, so I'm getting the correct answer. Correct. I can close the preview. I can again go for my preview, and you can see that the value has changed in this particular question. Are you understanding how this particular type of question can be created? Okay, so this is a very simple kind of way in which you can create the calculated type of questions. Okay, now if you see here, there are two different types of calculated questions also. One is multi-choice and one is simple. So in case of multiple choice, you are having, as the name suggests, you are having multiple choices, and in case of your simple, you are having single choice, and you have to fill your result and attempt the question likewise. Okay, so this is similar, just you go through and you do the activities in multi choice and simple. And if you face any trouble regarding the usage of calculated multi-choice and calculated simple, you may ask this particular question or your doubt in the comment of on this video, so that if it is really necessary, I will make a video on this. Otherwise, if you understand calculated, it will be very much easy for you to work upon the multi-choice and simple calculated. Okay. Now, whatever we have understood till now, if you see properly, what is this basically? All these are the different types of questions. Two important types are remaining. So, one is select missing words. Okay, so like I can just let's see how it works. So, you can just click on add. Okay, you can uh, write the question name, select missing words. Okay, and then what are the missing words? Let us suppose if I say that India has 29 states and 7 union territories. Okay, so we can do the same thing what we did with um, drag and drop kind of thing. So it is similar to that. So what you can do is, so you can just specify in double square brackets your first blank, and you can specify this first blank over here. Okay, and then your second blank as union. So it will come as your second blank. You can write this answer over here. Okay, fine. You can shuffle if you want. Let's save the changes and see what happens in your preview. Okay, so let's go to the preview. Only difference is, in this case, you know what is happening in this case, you are getting a drop down, so with this drop down you can select therein. In case of drag and drop, हमने क्या किया था कि drag करके drop किया था in the fill in the blanks. Herein you have to use the concept of uh, drop downs. Okay, or the drop down feature is there. You can just submit and you can see that your answer is correct. You got what was needed and you got the marks as well. Okay, now you see missing words in this. If you go to the settings again, you may realize that in here also there is a concept of groups, so it may happen that your answer consists of two different drop downs, and there are four options out of which they have to select one each. Okay, so like I can specify states, union. Okay, similarly I can specify state and unions. Okay, so I can specify state and state as group A, and union and unions as group B. Okay, now if I just save the changes and again preview the question, let's see how it looks like. Okay, now if you see India has 29, it is not giving you the union along with your state, है ना? It is giving you to select between state and states. Okay, and similarly 7 union and unions. correct, and then you have to click on submit. So you can create the categories also likewise, है ना? This is very important if you want to create such kind of questions. So far whatever we have seen in the type of question, if you observe clearly, so we what were we doing, हम एक type of question create कर रहे हैं, and with the use of mouse, with the use of keyboard, we are trying to enter our question, enter our answer, do certain settings, है ना? अब इसके अलावा एक और टाइप है दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, एंड इट इज normally utilized by advanced users of Moodle. So you can also make yourself advanced, huh? So that's why I am going to discuss it, है ना? So this type of question is known as embedded answers or close type of question. Okay, so the questions of this type are flexible but can only be created by entering text containing special codes. So that's why, है ना, herein whatever you have dragged and dropped, you have utilized mouse to click and do the activities, है ना, during your setting of questions, you have to write as part of code, you know. So let's see how it works. Okay, so before clicking on add button, what we are going to do is we are going to understand in here, if you are try to go into the depth of embedded answers, you can just go into the documentation of embedded answers on Moodle. If you see properly, you will find everything, how to set up the question, penalty factor, question rendering, and what are the formats, you know. This is very important. The format is very important. Okay, so देखो सिंपल सी बात है, मैं जो आपको पढ़ा रहा हूँ वो भी मैं कहीं से पढ़ के ही पढ़ा रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं पैदा हुआ और मुझे पता चल गया मूडल कैसे होता है ना? तो सिमिलरली दिस डॉक्यूमेंटेशन इज ऑल्सो हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. मैं शायद आपको स्टार्टअप बेसिक्स बता सकूंगा, है ना, फॉर योर स्टार्टअप, बट आपको अगर और डेप्थ में जाना है, अब मैं, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, ये सारी चीजें शफलिंग कैसे करनी है, उसके कमांड्स क्या हैं, ओके, so all the things with examples, they are all given to you, है ना? So I will just let you understand one basic one, and then you are free to do you as you want with your embedded answers. Okay, so I will just click on add button. So here it is, my page where I am going to do all the settings. So embedded questions, okay, or I should say embedded answers, है ना? So what I am expecting from this embedded answer is कि इस embedded answer में I am going to get all my questions written at a time, and when I am expecting the answers from the students, they are also giving their answers at the same time, you know. So I mean, these all questions will be visible at a time, and the students can attempt these questions at a time, giving their answers as it is asked in the question itself. Okay, so we will see that, but before that you must understand कि इस embedded answers में we can give any kind of question, you know, if it is numerical type of question, whether it is a short answer type, MCQ type. Normally I do not give because it is checked manually, correct? So we need to understand कि how, but we need to means clearly understand how we can give those questions. Okay, so embedded answers or questions I have written. Okay, now herein if I want to give, I can write three different questions, like let us suppose I write the solar system has, okay, how many planets, correct? So I am asking the students to enter the number of planets which are there in the solar system. Fine. So I can give any kind of question over here. Now I can ask them to write it as part of the short answer or drop down. है ना? We have already discussed कि how we can do that. Fine. So we are going to discuss with respect to multiple choice over here, and I am going to give multiple choice kind of option for the students to select from. Okay, so how we can do that? Fine. So I have discussed just previously a few minutes back that there is a format for everything, na? So like if you see properly here, multiple choice as a drop down menu, if you want, then you have to go for MC, that is your code. If you multiple choice wherein you want to represent vertical column of radio buttons, you have to go with MCV. Okay, if you have a multiple choice, so horizontal row of radio buttons, you can go with MCH. Okay, so these are the ways in which you can go for multiple choice, है ना? So what I want, basic MC, है ना? So first of all, in curly brackets you have to write first parameter as 1. Now what is this 1? 1 shows कि the point allotted, grading point allotted to this particular question is 1. Then you have to write semicolon and the type of question. Okay, so I have already discussed why it is MC. इसके बाद आपको क्या करना है? The correct answer in you have to write, or means the different options you have to write. Okay, so I can write like 8. Okay, then the next option for that, you have to give a sign of tilde, then 9 tilde 10 tilde 11. So I'm saying that the solar system has, the student has to select from 8, 9, 10 and 11, and those many planets are there. They have to choose the right answer. Okay. So what is this? These are the different options. Now I have specified the options, correct? Now I have to specify how much what is the correct answer out of these, है ना? So our solar system has how many planets? 8 planets. Okay, so we have to just write percentage 100 percentage in front of whichever answer is correct. Okay, and whichever is wrong, in front of that we need to specify the grades, है ना? तो अगर आप देखें, ये ग्रेड्स हम क्या है, माउस से सेलेक्ट करते थे, करेक्ट? यहाँ पे मैं इनको स्पेशल कोड्स के थ्रू यहाँ पे असाइन कर रहा हूँ। इसका मतलब क्या है कि अगर 8 सेलेक्ट करेंगे तो दैट विल बी द राइट आंसर, अदरवाइज आपको क्या मिलेगा, 0 मार्क मिलेगा फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन। ओके, नाउ ग्रेड्स आर सेलेक्टेड, करेक्ट? इफ आई वांट टू स्पेसिफाई और सम फीडबैक, है ना? तो फीडबैक हम दे सकते हैं, कैसे दे सकते हैं? तो आंसर के बाद 8 के बाद हम क्या करेंगे, एक हैश, और हैश के बाद हम लिखेंगे वेल डन। ओके, सिमिलरली if it is 9, I'm writing hash and I can specify here wrong. Similarly, I can specify in front of 10 hash wrong. I can specify 11 hash wrong, correct? So what I have given, I have given the options, the different means they, which option is correct that I have specified, and then the feedback for the options feedback, okay? So that I have given. Now this is what, this is multiple choice questions. Now let us go and test for another type of question. Okay, that is short answer. So I am writing like, let us, in our country named, okay, there are 29 states. Okay, so now I need to specify which is the name of that country. So in our country, so first of all, I should tell you that this is a very vague kind of question, but since I belong to the country named India, so I am expecting that the answer here is India. Okay, so in our country named India, now what kind of means a question I am going to create is that is a short answer. So first of all, what is the mark grade points? So 1. Now we have to see in these plugins कि for short answer how you have to write format, sorry. So short answer के लिए क्या होता है, SA. So what I will write is SA and then again colon, and then you know okay how to write that. So percentage 100 percentage, I am writing the first answer over here, that is India. Okay, and then I'm specifying whether it is correct or not. Okay, and then there is a tilde sign. So why this tilde sign is important? So I'm specifying an asterisk and hash, and I am specifying that this answer is incorrect. Okay, so why this is important? If you are writing anything other than India, then it is an incorrect answer. Okay, so this is how you can create your short answer type of question. Now we can have a numerical type of question, like if I ask you the value of G. So let's write this G as part of your equation. Huh? See what happens, means I'm just doing the same thing again and again so that you can understand how you can create the tech math mode symbols. Okay, so the value of G is, so now I'm expecting, uh, that the grade point allotted as 1 and numerical type now. So we will see numerical answers. So nm, okay, nm is the code, so I will write nm, okay, colon, then what is the correct answer? Correct answer is 9.8. Okay, then what will come? So 9.8 is your answer. Now comes hash. Okay, so hash means the feedback of for this particular answer. Okay, now what is that? Meters per second square. Okay, so this is the unit. Okay, now one more thing I would like to specify over here. Let us suppose if somebody says 10 meters per second square, you want to consider that. Then also, so यहाँ पे क्या है, जो टॉलरेंस लेवल की हम बात करते हैं ना, तो टॉलरेंस लेवल और एरर जो हम बोलते हैं वो हम स्पेसिफाई कर सकते हैं कि हम जो है एरर ले लेंगे 0.2 का. ओके, so we can consider 0.2 का error. Okay, so let's now if you want to give some general feedback, you can give that, and then let's save the changes and preview this particular question. आप देख सकते हैं कि मैंने फर्स्ट क्या बनाया था, मल्टीपल चॉइस. सो आपको ये ड्रॉप डाउन के टर्म्स में मिल रहा है. ठीक है, उसके बाद सोलर सिस्टम हैज 8 planets in our country named UK. There are 29 states. The value of G is 10. Submit and finish. You can see that my two answers are correct. That is 10 and 8. And और 10 यहाँ पे क्यों कंसिडर हुआ है, क्योंकि 9.8 is the correct answer, but I have specified the tolerance level with a colon 0.2. So 10 भी correct है ना. I can start again and see how it works. So 9 is the answer, India is the answer, and 9.6 is the answer. Submit. Now you can see that my 9 is incorrect, India is correct, and 9.6 is correct again because tolerance level of 0.2 है ना. Again I am starting. 10 is the answer, and USA is the answer, and 9.8 is the answer. Let's see. Yes, this is correct. Other two are wrong. Let us start again. So 11 is the answer, India is the answer, and G's value is, let us suppose, 9. So you can see that only one answer is correct, other answers are wrong. Correct. And now you can see, so when I was creating the question, I have specified that I want 1 mark each for each of the questions. Correct. So you see, since one answer is correct, so 1 out of 3 I got. So if you go there, it is saying correct answer is this. If you go here, it will not say anything. Okay, and incorrect answer and correct answer it specifies. Okay, so this is how this works. Fine. So I have tried to explain each and every type of Moodle questions that you can create on Moodle for your quiz. Okay, and this is especially important in this era where a lot of online classes are going on, and a lot of time हमें अपने students को quiz देना होता है, and we need to evaluate in online mode. Okay, तो हमारे पास different types of questions होने चाहिए ताकि बच्चों को हम जो है बता सके। जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, आप शॉर्ट आंसर भी मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है, मैंने आपको ऐसे टाइप क्वेश्चंस, न्यूमेरिकल टाइप क्वेश्चंस, मैंने आपको मार्कर्स के बारे में बताया है, मैंने आपको इमेज ड्रॉप, ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप के बारे में बताया है, मैंने आपको कैलकुलेटेड आंसर्स के बारे में बताया है ना, मिसिंग वर्ड, मैचिंग, एमसीक्यूज, है ना, मल्टीपल चॉइस एमसीक्यूज एंड सिंगल चॉइस एमसीक्यूज, है ना, सिंगल आंसर ओनली एमसीक्यूज। So what I suggest is कि with this particular video I am ending that portion wherein the type of questions we were discussing. Okay, now this particular portion of Moodle is over. Okay, so in the next video I am going to take up another tutorial. Okay, so related to Moodle. So just try to do it once, try to practice, and I advise you to just write a comment if you face any issues during your practice. Okay, and whatever I have discussed, if you face any issues, comment. I will just make a video and then let you understand how to do that. Okay, so till then, thank you very much. Have a nice day.